The topic for today, AI empowering safer digital experiences using the Azure Content Safety. So this is the agenda for today. We will discuss about how to create a resource in Azure AI Content Safety, the Content Safety Studio capabilities. We will move on to the text moderation with one hands-on as well as the image moderation on the hands-on part. And how will you monitor the content safety? And finally, we'll move on to the content safety pricing. Okay. I think Siddharth has given me the introduction about me. So I am Janarthanan Selvaraj. So I am a technical manager as well as senior specialist at Evident. And recently I got the top voice on the AI as well as ML domain. And I used to contribute articles, blogs in the C# community as well, and the global speaker for the AI. So what is this Azure Content Safety? The Azure Content Safety, it is a service where you'll able to detect both the user generated content and AI generated content. If I want to generate any content related to user as well as the AI generated content, you can make use of the content safety service. This content safety service, you may able to integrate in your Azure OpenAI as well as in the machine learning prompt flow. In both these two services, we may able to integrate the content safety. That is one of the important feature. So why we need the urge of content safety? There are three important reasons we need the urge of content safety. One is this content safety, it is going to create the online spaces, any online spaces related to your generative AI application development, the content safety service is required. Sometimes what user may prompt yeah, unethical behavior of prompt. Example, how to make an atom bomb. This particular prompt is not an ethical way of writing. So those type of prompt, you want to moderate it, then you have to use content safety. Okay. There are moderators available. Using those moderators, we may able to analyze your prompt and we will assign the severity score, how far your prompt is harmful and how far your prompt is not harmful. That type of content you want to detect, then you can use content safety. And this content safety service, we have two product type. One is image detection API. The another API, which is name it as text detection API. When it comes to image detection API, if I want to scan any harmful images related to self-harm, hate, sexual violence, you want to detect those images, you can go for image detection API. Similarly, if you want to scan any text related content which may leads to self-harm or else your violence content or hate content, again you will be using the text detection API. So these are the major API types related to content safety. When it comes to the content safety capability studio capabilities, we have major features. Any content can be classified in these four categories. One is sexual, violence, self-harm, and hate. Every content has a severity score on a scale of 0 to 46. 0 stands for safe severity, 2 stands for low, 4 stands for medium, 6 stands for high severity. And the content safety studio capability, it is applicable and it is also supported in the multilingual models. So nearly 8 multilingual languages supported by the content safety studio. So these are the severity levels: violence, self-harm, sexual hate. And you can notice the respective severity scores: safe, low, medium, high, 0, 2, 4, 6. That's the severity score for each and every contents level. So this is a content safety studio window. If you notice that we have text content moderation, image content moderation, and the other one is your multi-modal content moderation. The multi-modal content moderation is not general available, but text and image content are general available mode. Let's do on the hands-on section part. So there's Azure portal. So what I'm going to create is I'm going to create a resource called as content safety resource. So you require any resource you want to create in Microsoft Azure, you require a subscription. We have a subscription. Then we require a resource group. Then again, the content safety resource, it is not available in all the regions. It is region specific. So I'm using East US region. So I'll be using the standard pricing tier and I can type some resource name. So you can type some resource name. So once you type the resource name, you have to adhere to the principles of responsible AI in the content safety as well. Just provide next, next, next. The create button will be enabled once the content safety validation has been passed. Once it is enabled, if you hit the create button in a minute or two, this particular service is going to be successful. So I have already created a content safety service, which is this is a content safety service. I have created it already. And you can notice that there is an option called as Content Safety Studio. Just redirect to the Content Safety Studio. You can see the Content Safety Studio over here. So we have different types of moderation test, text content moderation, image content moderation, multi-modal content moderation. These two content moderations are in general available mode. The multi-modal content is still in the private preview. So let's move on to the text content. When it comes to text content, so I'm going to perform a simple test. So there are different classifications of your content safety levels. So this is one of the safe content. If you notice that chopping tomatoes and cutting them into cubes or edges are the great ways to practice your knife skill. Whether this content is going to be allowed content or it is going to be blocked content. This particular content. Whether this will be allowed or this will be blocked. Whether this will be allowed guys or it is a blocked content. So this content, it is allowed content. It was a safe severity levels. And by default, all the content classification thresholds are medium. If I execute this particular test, you can see the content has been allowed. And look at the severity in all the levels. Hate, violence, sexual, self-harm, it is a safe content. And look at the judgment status, the status is allowed. Similar manner, there is one more example of this content, violent content with a misspelling. Okay. Suppose if you notice that there's a violence content, there is a misspelling in this particular statement. A dog was given a estancia injection due to severe leg bleeding. So from deep, this is under spelling mistakes, guys. So those spelling mistakes also it is able to analyze in your content safety. And let's check out for this particular prompt, whether it is allowed or it has been blocked. So this particular content has been blocked and the judgment is also blocked. Why in the sense? It was rejected by which category filter in the sense violence category filter. Because of it, it is rejected. In the same manner, you may able to analyze multiple risk categories in one sentence. Example, a 51-year-old man was found dead in his car. There were blood stains on the dashboard and the windscreen. At autopsy, a deep oblique, long incist injury was found on the front of the neck. It turns out that he died by suicide. Okay. So this type of content, whether it is going to be allowed or it is going to be blocked in the sense, let's see the result. This content is going to be blocked now. Why in the sense? This was rejected by the filter self-harm and the violence category. You can notice that it is blocked, it is blocked. As I mentioned earlier, in the Content Safety Studio, you may able to analyze the multiple languages in one sentence as well. So I'm having an English statement followed by a French statement. You may able to execute that type of content safety as well. Let me run this test. This judgment has been blocked because it is rejected by the filter called as violence category filter. So as of now, what we have been done in the sense, we done the simple test execution running. Okay. What if happens when I run a bulk test? When I say run a bulk test, you require a CSV file or else any type of file format with some amount of records are available. So if you notice here, a data set with a safe content. Okay. There are some records and there is one more identifier which is called as label. Any label identifier saying 0, which means it is a safe content. So let's say execute this bulk test. Now this time it is going to show the allowed percentage because it's not a single record. It is going to be a multiple record. So you can see 100% allowed content for each and every records. In the same way, you can see a data set with the multiple risk categories where you can notice a label is having one, which is nothing but unsafe content. Okay. For those case, you will be getting the status as allowed percentage as well as the blocked percentage. Let me hit this test. You can see there are some amount of percentage which has been allowed and there are some amount of percentage which has been rejected for every records. In the same manner, you may able to execute a data set with multiple languages. It's not only about English, multiple languages also you can execute it. And any of the labels is having one, which is nothing but unsafe content. Again, I'm going to execute this particular test. Let's see the record now. So now we are done the text moderation content safety. So how as an admin, we get to know that how much percentage of content has been allowed and how much percentage of content has been blocked in a dashboard report. Let me explain that. So here in this case, 97% of content has been allowed and 3% of content has been blocked. So as of now, what we have done is we have executed a content safety related to text, both with a simple test as well as bulk test. When it comes to the admin level, how will you able to monitor those content? There is an option called as monitor online activity. In this monitor online activity, you may able to choose your API type. So what is our API type is analyzed text is our API type. And you can preferably you can opt for your option show data for the last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, or even a custom option you can allow it. So in this case, you can see there is a API request traffic for the past 7 days and what is the response latency in terms of millisecond. And you can see the severity distribution by category. This much of violence severity, this much of hate, sexual self-harm, and the rejection rate for the past 7 days, and the including a separate dashboard for the respective severity rate distribution. And you can see also there is one more graph says that how much of content words has been blocked and the block list detection as well. So this is related to monitoring the content for your text options for the past 7 days. In the same manner, what we will do the next part is how will you able to analyze an image moderation related to different types of content. So when it comes to images, again, we will be discussing about two types of test, simple test, bulk test. So in images, by the responsible AI policy of Microsoft Azure is clearly mentioned that all the images are blur by default. Okay. The images are blurred by default. Then as a user, how do you analyze these type of images in the sense with the help of image captions? Here in this image captions, an image of two children holding hands and smiling at sunset. This is your user generated content. Let's see what is that particular status, whether the status or the judgment has been allowed or the judgment has been blocked. You can notice this content has been allowed because all are safe severity. Look at the next content, self-harm. An image of girl holding a firearm with the intention of self-harm. And this is the image caption. Let's execute this particular test. What is the result? It says it is blocked. Why it has been blocked in the sense the judgment has been blocked. It was rejected by the filter self-harm category. Similarly, this is an AI generated content, an image generated by AI model containing a subtitle adult content. Okay. Again, let's execute this particular test and see the result. So this is as this content has been blocked because it is rejected by the filter in a sexual category as a part of judgment status as concerned. So all these tests is nothing but a simple test. Let's move on to the bulk test. When I say bulk test, I'm going to upload number of images in an Excel sheet or in a CSV file. So in this case, I have uploaded almost 15 images on this particular content. Let's say the label as an identifier. Label identifier indicates that any content is having 0 as an identifier, which means this content as an allowed content. And you will be getting a allowed percentage. You can see allowed percentage is 100%. There is no blocked content. In the same manner, you may able to data set with a multiple risk category and you know already all the images are blur by default. Why it is blur in the sense as part of the responsible AI policy, especially the privacy policy, all the images are blur by default. If you want to unblur it, you can unblur this as well. For example, I want to unblur this, you can unblur this. Let's execute this test. Let's see the result. How much percentage of content has been allowed and how much percentage of content has been blocked. Similar manner, the data set with the AI generated content, it is also available with the AI generated content. So these are the user generated content and this is the AI generated content. And any label is having one, which is nothing but an unsafe content. So you can see that there are a number of percentages, 87.88 percentage allowed and 12% has been blocked content. So this is related to which moderation is image content moderation. When you want to monitor the image moderation as well, just you can choose analyze image. I'm choosing analyze image. And again, you may able to show for the last 7 days data, 30 days data. You can change those number of days as well. So I'm changing last 7 days. So there's the API request traffic and the response latency in terms of millisecond for the past 7 days. And how this AI is going to detect how much of content has been violence, hate, sexual, and self-harm and the respective graph rate. This is for the images. So what Microsoft has given one of the option it is, when you go for the custom option, how will you build a custom solution for your content safety? That's a major concern. So as of now, we have used an existing content which is available in the content safety. When it comes to your building a custom solution, in the dashboard, it was not available. Even preview also in the dashboard is not available. But how it is possible to achieve a custom solution? In the sense, it is achieved with the help of the Content Safety Studio API. Okay, there is a Content Studio Safety API. Using an API, we are going to achieve it. So I'm going to explain you how will you achieve these type of content with the help of your Python code. Okay, let me take my Python code parallelly. Okay, there is a question. Is there any content safety for a video? Okay, there is a content safety for a video, which is there in the multi-modal content. You have to sign up for the particular multi-modal content as a private sign up and accordingly can make use of it. As of now, in the general availability mode, it is not available. Give me a second. I will open my Python code in the Visual Studio Notebook. Quick check. Are you guys able to see my screen with respect to Visual Studio Code?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a way in order to build your content safety studio with the help of content safety studio APIs using Python code implementation. In the dashboard, it was not available, but it is possible with the help of the content safety studio APIs. So what I need is I need two important information, key and endpoint. How to take the key and endpoint? Let me go to the key and endpoint. I'll tell you how to take it. Go to your content safety. There is an option called as keys and endpoint. Click this. You require the key, take the key. You can paste it here. I need the key pasted. You require the endpoint. Endpoint also I have pasted it. Okay. Let me explain the code. What is the code I have written? Right. So what is the function here I have defined in the sense? The function name is analyze underscore text function. And related to packages, I have imported OS packages, content safety client packages. And since it is a text moderation, you will be using the class called it as analyze text option. Analyze text option is a class which is used for the analyze text moderation. And we require two important information from the content safety. One is the key, the another one is the endpoint. Line number 15, we will be creating a content safety client. Okay. So there is a class called as content safety class. In the content safety class, there are two parameters you are supposed to pass. One is the endpoint, the another one is key. Here I use the key direct manner. If you want to pass the key with the help of key vault, that is also possible. So I have given the key directly. And afterwards, in the line number 18th, I'm going to send a request. How it is possible to send a request instance with the help of analyze text options. Analyze text option is a class. In this class, you will be passing the input. The input I'm passing is sharp knife will aid in chopping chicken body parts. So may know, is it a safe content or it is not a safe content? This is a safe content. Since it is safe content, you will be getting the result as 0. In the line number 22, I'm going to use it in the try block. I'm calling the function name called as analyze text. Analyze text function has been called with the help of the client method. Client is an object, and the client object here is not even content safety client. And in the content safety client, you're passing keys and endpoint. And in the analyze text options, you're passing the prompt. Okay. In the except block, you are printing the error code, error message. Suppose if it is a hate content safety, hate result will print. If it is self-harm content safety, self-harm result will be printing. If it is a sexual response, sexual result will be printing. If it is a violence response, violence result will be printing. Okay. So that is there in the if block also. And in the main method, you are calling the function name is called as analyze underscore text. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute this particular code. Let's see what is the result. Python. Let's see what is the result. So it says hate severity is 0, self-harm is 0, sexual 0, violence is 0 because there is no harmful content. Instead of this, I will put it as while sharp knife will chopping body parts. I'm changing the prompt now. So may I know what is the result of this particular code? What will be the result? Can you guys ping me on the chat? What will be the result of this one? Will it be a 0 or it will be non-zero? Is it 0 or it is a non-zero? It's a non-zero, it's correct. What I'm doing now, I say sharp knife will aid in chopping body parts. Okay, and this is my prompt. Let's see what is the result. The result is it is a self harm, which is 2. And violence is 4. Violence is 4 is medium and 2 is nothing but low. Okay. Suppose sharp knife will aid chopping tomatoes. In this case, will it be 0 or it is non-zero for this prompt? Okay, it says 0, Python sample 1.5. All are zeros. Okay. So this is a custom solution how to build your text moderation. Okay. So with the help of which API, in essence, content safety client API, because in your content safety studio, it is not yet coming, but still we have done with the help of the content safety APIs. The same thing let's do with the help of image moderation as well. How to do it for images? Let's do that. I'm doing for images. Okay. Again, I have to change the key and I have to change the endpoint, right? Key, this is the key. Key changed. I have to change the endpoint also. Endpoint. Endpoint also changed. Endpoint is corrected, yeah. So here, what are the functionalities we have used is, one is analyze image is a function name. OS is a package and we imported content safety client. And instead of analyze the text options, this time we have imported analyze image options. Okay. So key endpoint rather than the prompt of the text one, this time we pass the image path. In line number 69, you have created a content safety client. You passed endpoint and the key. And if you want to build any request, instead of analyze text options, this time I'm using analyze image options. You have to pass the image file. The image file is there in the image path, and I'm going to read the image. In the line number 77, you have to call the function name with the help of client functionality, client dot analyze underscore image. This is a function name. Client is a content safety client, and request you are passing it. Okay. And the error message, error code is there in the HTTP error response error class. And same thing, if it is a hate severity, then it will print the hate result. If it is a self-harm severity, self-harm result. If it is a sexual severity, sexual result. If it is a violence severity, violence result will be printed. In the main functionality, you are calling the function name analyze underscore image. So now you should know this particular image. What is this i2.jpg? Okay. Whether this is having a 0 result as a non-zero result for this image. Will it be 0 or it is non-zero? What is the result, guys? This one, the result of this 0. Okay. 0 is wrong. It is non-zero because there is. See, it is non-zero. It is a self-harm is there as well as violence is also there. What about this image? Whether it is 0 or non-zero? Non-zero. Okay. Image.jpg, right? I'll be changing it as image.jpg. Let's see what is the result. It says violence severity as 2. It is non-zero. So these are the two ways to build a custom solutions related to text, custom solution related to images. For both text and image, what is the essential aspect you require is keys and endpoint. For text, it is a text prompt. For image, it is image location. Let's move on to the presentation. We done the monitoring aspect. So where you can make use of the content safety. Okay. So content safety, it is especially used in the online marketplaces, gaming, social media messaging, in the media location, in the education system where you want to moderate the content related to education. If you want to moderate content related to chat rooms for the social media and enterprises, for gaming artifacts, if gaming artifact content I want to moderate, you can go for content safety. Other than that, another important of content safety is if you go to the Azure OpenAI Studio, I'm going to Azure OpenAI Studio. There also you may able to moderate your content. Example, in your chat playground, let me use the chat playground. In my chat playground, what I can do, how to make an atom bomb. This particular content has to be moderated. Because I mentioned during the slide, the content safety studio can be integrated with Azure OpenAI. The prompt was filtered due to the Azure OpenAI content safety. It is a violence content. So this has been moderated. If you notice here in your first slide, content safety, it is integrated with the Azure OpenAI service as well as machine learning prompt flow. Similarly, how to cut my fingers. So this type of content is again moderated content because it is a self-harm. Okay. So any type of content when you're typing in the chat playground related to content safety, the content has been moderated content. Okay. So always you have to ask questions, be responsible, be ethical in terms of content safety. That is one of the thumb rule you need to understand. This is the pricing when it comes to pricing. Let me tell you about pricing aspect. This is a pricing section. So we have a text image for the free tier, standard tier also we have. Free tier is the 5,000 text records is free for free tier for text. 5,000 images per month is free in terms of images. When it comes to the text, 100 records is $0.75 and 100 images is $0.15 for the images. That's all about it. And if you want any questions or anything, you can reach out me on my LinkedIn. That over to you. Any questions?
Hi there. Yeah, there is one question. You can check that in the chat window.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Can we use an API for bulk images and text? Yes, you can use bulk images and text. Only one thing is you have to use the pandas package. Inside the pandas package, use read underscore CSV file for bulk images as well. Any other questions?
No, I think that's it. If anyone has any question, feel free to unmute and ask. Okay. Thank you, Jana, for the
Thank you,
great
Panch.
session. Yeah. And okay, we'll wait for just 1 minute for the next speaker to join. Just give us 1 minute, okay? Thank you, everyone.
Hello everyone. While we are trying to connect to the next speaker, probably we can use this 10 minute. What I can do is probably I can talk about Copilot Studio. If you guys are okay, please give a hands up. Nice. Okay. But yeah, I think Abhilek is here. Hey Abhilek. Abhilek, we cannot hear you. Can you try again, Abhilek? We cannot hear you. Okay, sure. No. No, Abhilek. Something is coming up. Can you speak? No. Is it only me or others also can confirm that you are not able to hear him? Am I audible? Hello. If you can, yeah, okay. If you can give an answer. Okay. Yeah, Abhilek. No, sorry. At least I cannot hear you. How about others? Swati, Viva, somebody can confirm. Okay. Okay, Abhilek. No worries. Hey, welcome back. Can you try now? No, no, no. Still the problem. Can you, Abhilek, can you check if you can share the screen probably? Yes, your screen is visible. If you can go to the audio settings, probably I just wanted to make sure. Okay, your microphone, does it have any more microphone other than this or just one? Oh, just one only. Okay. But yeah, if you see the voice is not coming, so probably your microphone is not working somehow. Sorry guys for the technical glitch. Hopefully we should be able to sort this out soon. Okay, while he is joining, probably what I can do is I can just show you something around Copilot. Uh, and once he is back, I'll just cut short my topic at least and will give him chance to present. Just a minute, let me share. I'm audible, right? If you can react, give a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Vipa. So let me just. Okay, so basically, what is Copilot? Okay, Copilot Studio specifically. People who would know Power Virtual Agent, basically, it is a rebranding of the same product with some added capabilities which has been added, and the added capabilities about the Power Virtual Agent, while renaming it to Copilot Studio, is about making it more. Hey, Apilek, can you try?
Yeah, I think my voice will be audible now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out. So I'm on my mobile, so I'm just trying to see if I can project my screen as well.
nice. Okay, you probably might have to join from mobile and from desktop, and then
Mhm.
use the mobile mic because your voice is very pretty much clear here.
Perfect. Yeah, just give me 1 minute, then I'll
Sure.
start. So I think just confirm if my screen is visible and
Yeah. Abhilek, will it not help if you can also join from the desktop
Mhm.
and just use the presentation there and then use your mobile mic? Like join from desktop also. Because in this way, probably you might not be able to present the PPT well.
Mhm.
Okay, so use the same link, join from the desktop the way you were joining before, and keep the desktop this thing in mute.
Okay, you mean to say I'll join on the mute and then also parallelly on the mobile, right?
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, exactly. Yes.
Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So my so yeah, now my voice is audible and the screen is also visible.
Yes, it is Abhilek. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for the tip. So yeah, thank you everyone for waiting. Sorry about the delay. So yeah, I mean, we are going to discuss today about integrating ChatGPT 4.0 for success across our daily life, right? And the reason why I really wanted to put this topic into the today's